Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back to the Trade More YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 things you need to avoid to profitably swing trade options. So, if you want to learn how to trade options and you want to know what you need to avoid, and you have 1 hour a day, this video is going to be perfect for you. But before we get into the video, guys, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button, all right? Because I literally go live on this channel every single day talking about the markets. Let's get into the video. So today what we're going to discuss is 5 things to avoid to profitably swing trade options, okay? Everybody's always so worried about what we do. Well, there's certain things that we need to avoid, okay? So you guys excited for this? This is really going to help you, okay? Now, you may not understand a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, but what I want you to get is this is all about your belief, okay? You got to believe that you can do this, and you can do this in 1 hour a day. That's what we stress, is how you can trade full time in 1 hour a day. So 5 things to avoid. All right, so number 1, write these down, guys. Not focusing on a directional bias, okay? You are going to hear me use this a lot, okay? For example, this is the SPX, okay? This is the market. Now, you're going to see a couple things up here, bearish and bearish. So there are multiple time frames that you need to pay attention to. Now, I'm looking at the daily. So when I use the word directional bias, okay, I'm focusing on the higher time frame traders, okay? So one of the things that I'm going to encourage you to do is understand what the higher time frame traders are doing. So for example, you might go to the month, do your analysis, okay? Now, we have a very specific way that we do it in the school, but there you go. Go to the month, do your analysis. You go to the week, do your analysis, okay? Then you go to the day and you do your analysis. Is that time consuming? Yes, it can get, but it's very important. You've got to focus on a directional bias, and you cannot avoid that. Because understanding what the higher time frame traders are doing and then aligning yourself with that information is going to be key. Guys, we are retail traders. Most retail traders do not trade on the month and the week. Who trades the month and the week? The institutions, the hedge funds, the banks, the big money. We've got to align ourselves with the big money, okay? Is this making sense? Okay. You may not know how to do it. Don't worry about it. You just got to understand that you need to do that. How much easier is your life going to be when you can align yourself with a high probability of what the big money's doing? That's how we trade successfully. So really quick on the ES, I've got bearish permission. So that tells me that the month and the week are bearish, bias down. I don't want to fight that, okay? So you need that directional bias, okay? Now, I've got tools that I use that help me, created by people much smarter than me, based on my methodology. It helps me at a glance determine that. So I could go look at AZN, for example. If I went and looked at AZN, okay, I can click it right here. I can go AZN. Okay, if I'm going to trade AZN, I need to go to the month, and I need to know what's going on, okay? On the month, I need to go to the week, and I need to know what's going on, and I need to go to the day. Now, if you look at here at AZN, I can see that I'm neutral permission on the month. That tells me I can trade either direction. I'm bearish on the week, so that tells me that I need to be focused to the downside. So right now, money's coming out. And then I go look at the day, and I see that I'm bearish, weakening as well. So my directional bias is down, okay? Again, I have tools that help me, but you don't need those tools, okay? The tools are awesome. I know. Okay, but you can do this manually. But what you've got to just understand at this point, you got to see the importance of aligning yourself. Okay. Do you see how this could change your life? Aligning yourself. All right. That's number one. Let's get into number two. We're talking about things to avoid to profitably swing trade options. Number two is not focusing on your permission. Guys, this is, in my opinion, the holy grail. Okay. So, for example, you see right here, I have bearish permission. Now, I have a sticker that, again, takes in consideration what we talk about in the course, but you don't need it. But what we need to understand is, what do we have permission to trade today? Okay, you want to be profitable? You've got to know every day, hey, what do I have permission to do today? For example, for my members, I have this sheet right here that I post every single day. Okay, and it says today's game plan, exactly what we need to do every single day, that day. And I do it every day because we've got to know what we have permission. Okay. Do you have permission today to trade to the upside? Do you have permission to trade to the downside? Or do you have no permission? Okay. For example, SPX. I know that my higher time frame money's coming out. Well, I know on the daily, bearish strengthening. So we're getting stronger. Okay. Money. This is what's really going on. Okay, we're getting stronger. Sellers are starting to pick up steam on the daily in line with the higher time frame. Okay, permission. So, for example, if I go over here to CSX, what do I have permission to trade? Bearish. Okay, and now I can see right here, strong bearish, bearish strengthening, strong bearish. This one is strong bullish. Okay, this one right here, strong. In this case, it's bullish, right there. Bullish weakening, but it's bullish. Okay, so you've got to know, what do you have permission to trade today? This is very important. Too many people, and again, I say it in this sheet all the time for my group. Okay, I say it all of the time. Right here, focus on your directional bias. Right, number one. And your permission rules, okay? And your permission rules more than you focus on a strategy. Now, I'm not saying don't focus on the strategy. What I'm saying is you need to focus on your directional bias first, and then do you have permission to trade that today, okay? And again, I have a very specific way that I can do it. I can flip through all these and I can see that I'm bearish permission. I'm strengthening to the downside. Okay. I'm even stacked moving averages to the downside. So that puts me in the right place. Okay. So is this making sense so far? Okay. You got to let me know in chat if you're getting this. Okay. Can you imagine how much your trading is going to improve once you know this information? Okay, I'm telling you guys, once you get this and you have everything set up, the stress of trading and making money is going to be gone. Okay, you are never going to have to worry about making money again. Okay, so do me a favor. Can you imagine what your life is going to be like when that has instantly disappeared? Okay. What are you going to do with all that extra money? But more importantly, I talk about this. What are you going to do with all that extra time? Okay, with that time. So if you want real lasting change, then you're going to need to have constant exposure to this methodology. And that's what we talk about every single day. Okay, are you guys getting this? Let me know. Is this making sense? All right, let's get into number 3. 5 things to avoid to profitably swing trade. Number 3, not focusing on the right strategy. Okay, hear me out, my friends. The sheet that I post to our group every day is there's different strategies. And let me find this, okay? Okay, right here, for example. Well, these are setups, but let's talk about this. You know, strategies, right? You've got your calls, you've got your puts, you've got your debit spreads, you've got your iron condors, things like that. That's the strategy, okay? That's the strategy. What strategy do you have permission to trade today? Do you have permission to trade a call? Okay, it says right here, right? What strategy do you have permission to trade? Right? I even said today, strategies for today, credit and debit spreads. Okay, when the market has bearish permission, we focus on credit or debit spreads if our short-term posture doesn't equal that. So again, you've got to avoid just trading strategies at random. You've got to know today I'm going to trade calls. Today I'm going to trade credit spreads. Today I'm going to focus on iron condors. Okay. Now, I don't have any sticker over here that helps me with that, but I know based on my permission rules what has the higher probability. Okay. And I tell my students every single day, today we're going to do this. Okay. Tomorrow it might be different, but today it's going to be it. Setups for today. Here's what you're going to trade today, right? Bearish setups, which includes flags, squeezes, green to blacks, settling pattern. Okay. And then which strategy matches your permission? Every day I post that. You've got to know this. If you avoid this, okay, not having that strategy every day, you're going to be in trouble. All right, guys. Hey, I think this will be a great time in the video to ask you, hey, if you are finding value in this video in any way, do me a favor, guys, smash that like button, all right? It really means a lot to me. It shows YouTube that this video is being helpful to you, and therefore it can push it out and find more people like you so it can be helpful to them. I really appreciate it. Hey, thank you very much. Let's get back into the video. Number 4, not focusing on your setup, your game plan. What setup do you have permission to trade today? Not all setups are created equal. For those of you right now that trade the squeeze, and I do a lot of videos on a squeeze because I do love the squeeze. Have you got faked out before? Are you regularly getting faked out? Right? The word that a lot of people use is the squeeze my money. Is the squeeze squeezing your money? See, you think the problem is the squeeze, right? It's not. It's, do you have permission to trade the squeeze? What setup do you have permission to trade today? Okay? Today, for example, I talk about different setups that we teach in the course. Flags, squeezes, breakout, settling pattern, undervalue, minor box expansion, 1030 cross, one green arrow, and the list goes on. But what setup are you going to trade today? Today, are you going to trade the squeeze? Because today, you may not have permission to trade it, right? But when you know what your bias is, what your permission is, what strategy you're going to focus on, and what setup you're going to trade, the game changes. The game changes, okay? And again, you may not understand all these setups, but what you've got to see is the belief that you can do it. Everybody who was once not good at something, okay, or everybody who's good at something was once not good at something, okay? And you might be there right now, okay? But the game changes. This will start to become easy when you start to align yourself with what I'm talking about. Do you see how easy this can be? Maybe you don't know, but can you see it? Okay? Can you see it? I talk all the time, though, guys, about information. Okay? Information alone is not gonna do it. Okay? I'm telling you exactly what you need to know to be a profitable swing trader when it comes to options. Okay, I'm telling you. But you know what? To be successful, you are going to need more than just information. Okay? I know you can be successful with this, but you're going to need a coach. You're going to need somebody to hold you accountable, right? The accountability department. So let me tell you something. And my students who are in here now, right now, because we're in a live class, they'll tell you, okay, I take this coaching very seriously. Okay, I'm not going to let you quit on yourself. Even if you quit on yourself, I'm not going to give up on you. As long as you let me, I'm going to keep fighting for you. And we're going to get through this together. Okay. Now, I can't do that in just a couple videos or some PDFs. Information alone is not going to cut it. But I can tell you this. The success rate of people trying to do this by themselves through my 17 years is almost 0%. Okay. The success rate of people who work very closely with me and understand what I'm talking about, and they're open-minded, 80 to 90%. Okay. But again, if information alone was enough, you would just turn to Google, right? You just Google, right? Go to YouTube, right? We're on YouTube, go search it. You can find videos about everything. But you're going to need a guide, somebody who's been there before, somebody that's going to hold you accountable. Okay. And if you want real lasting change, you got to make a difference. That's why we're offering the free course down below. Okay. So number 4, my friends, was not focusing on the setup. Stop thinking the damn squeeze is the problem. Start focusing more on when should you trade the squeeze. Okay. Can you trade it today? Right? What do you have the advantage? I'm assuming that's why you're here, right? You're here to learn how to trade options. Okay. And again, I stress you can do it in an hour a day. Okay? And understand what's going on, right? Understand that the trader who's the most powerful is the trader with the most choices. Okay. Don't you think that's important? Okay. Okay. Can you imagine again? Imagine how your life is going to look like when you start to understand this. Pretty awesome. All right. And so that was number 4. So here's number 5. Not having a daily routine. Now, maybe you have a daily routine, but what is your daily routine? Okay. Are you satisfied right now with your daily routine? John Maxwell always said, guys, the secret to your success is found in your daily routine. Okay. Your daily routine. Now, I'll tell you this. I post this in the sheet every day. Here is our, right, coming up here. Here's our daily routine. What you need to do first, what you need to do second, what you need to do third. But you got to have a daily routine. Your daily routine should consist of somehow analyzing the market, understanding where the market's at, what you have permission to do, right? Then understanding where are we at in the scheme of things. Are we closer to support? Are we closer to resistance? Okay. And then based on your posture analysis, what strategy should you trade? What setups should you be looking for today? Because not all setups are created equal. Okay? Having that game plan and then putting it all together and being consistent in your daily routine every single day. Can you see yourself doing this? Okay. Remember, how is your trading going to look when you start aligning yourself with what the professionals are doing? Y'all hear me? This is important. Remember, it starts with your belief. It starts with your belief. So a quick recap of the 5 things that you need to avoid. Okay. You need to avoid not having a directional bias. You need to avoid not having permission. You need to avoid not having a specific strategy that you're going to focus on every day, and those can change daily. Not focusing on a specific setup, and then not having a daily routine. And for those of you in the live coaching and the course, I post this every day. This is our game plan sheet every day. What strategy we're going to trade, what setup, and the whole shebang. Because I love the squeeze. I love the flag. But it's not always time. Okay, guys. So look, there's 2 kinds of people listening to me right now. 2 kinds. You are either a doer or a dabbler. Okay. The dabblers, they love to stand there. They love to listen and learn, but they rarely ever do anything except make excuses. Okay. That's the dabblers. They rarely do anything. They often look for excuses of why they shouldn't move forward. Some of you, though, are the doers. Okay. You're not quite sure how this is going to work for you yet. You haven't learned it, but you see how it's worked for me and you see how it's worked for other people. So you have faith. You have faith that this is going to work for you as well. Okay. And what I have found is this: the doers are the ones that get ahead in life. The dabblers, they don't ever see progress. So you got to ask yourself that question. Are you a doer? Are you a dabbler? If you want real change, guys, real change, you're going to need repeated exposure to this methodology with accountability help. Do not try to do this on your own. And that's exactly what you're going to get. Accountability, okay? A game plan if you join the school, okay? Information is down below. Guys, isn't this exciting? You know, to me, this is everything. This is everything. And this is what we do here in this show too, right? We look at setups normally. I wanted to do that today, okay? So, you know, when I cut it off this live show, we're going to, you know, I want to spend a couple minutes, you know, talking with the group, because we have people who are in here right now in the course, right? In students. We're going to, you know, we'll start looking at setups. I didn't really want to spend much time today talking about setups, but for example, Tony, I know that you posted CCJ. We looked at it a minute ago. CCJ is a bullish permission, right? We talked about permission. We talked about what is our bias. So we're strong to the upside. We're bullish permission. Those two align. So then we want to look at the setup. That's a bullish breakout setup. Okay. So today, do you have permission to trade a bullish breakout? If you do, bam, there you go. Pull out your trading plan. We've got one inside the course. Pull it out. Use it. Okay. You mentioned ARCH, right? Arch Resources. Well, this broke out 2 days ago. Now we're following through. So you got to ask yourself, okay, we're bullish permission. We're strong bullish. What's the next setup, right? After you break out, what's the progression? What's the next setup? All you do, now that you know it's bullish, you just wait for your setup. If your setup is the minor block expansion break, you wait for that. If it's the settling pattern, you wait for that. Okay? If it's the flag, you wait for that. That's all we got to do, guys. So, for example, I can go to MGM. Again, I'm just throwing stuff up in the air. I see, hey, higher time frames, monthly, weekly, sellers are in control. Again, you can go to the month, you can go to the week. So you start off at the month and you say it's neutral, okay? Neutral means you can trade in either direction, okay? And you go here, the week, okay? On the week, well, this is bearish. Okay, so you're neutral on the month, and you can see here, I'm going to show you in a minute, neutral on the month. I know that. That means I can trade either direction. We're bearish. And on the day, then you go to the day. So you say to yourself, all right, on the day, we're bearish, right? Bearish strong. I use this Forecast Pro, one of my favorite indicators in the world. Okay, one of my favorite indicators in the world. Okay, and if you check the course this month, you might see a nice bonus. Okay, if you check it out, information's in the description. But I see here, bearish, bearish. So it tells me I have permission to trade to the downside because we're neutral, bearish, and bearish. So I know I'm focused to the downside. So what's next? What's the setup? Well, we're in a mid-compression squeeze. There you go. Mid-compression squeeze. Right? Also a breakout setup. This could be a bearish breakout. So do you have permission to take bearish breakout trades today? Ask yourself. Okay? This is also a red mid-compression squeeze. Okay? Do you have permission to trade a squeeze today? Maybe. Let's go look at Bank of America really quickly. What's the setup? Well, bearish permission, higher time frame. We need to know that. We just talked about what you got to know. Boom. Bias down. Bearish permission. All right, good. The next is, what's the strategy, right? Or in this case, what's the setup? Well, we already know the strategy we're going to trade today based on what we discussed earlier. This is a bear flag, but it's also a green to black setup. This is a bearish green to black setup. So you take out your trading plan if you have permission to trade a green to black, and you trade a green to black if that's the strategy you trade. Okay? It can be that easy. Bearish permission, green to black. All right, one more. Disney. Disney is a bear flag, right? So wait, bear flag, right? Lower low, hooking up, beautiful bear flag. I can see here that we are strongly bearish on a Forecast Pro. We're closer to resistance, right? Blue line, boom, bearish, stack moving averages. This is a beautiful bear flag setup. So do you have permission to trade a bear flag today? You might. I don't know. You got to do that as part of your daily routine. We've already discussed today what is the high probability trade today. So Disney is a bear flag, right? The one we just looked at in a minute ago, Citigroup. This is a green to black, right? Citigroup is a green to black setup, right? With a beautiful bearish permission. Okay. Also right here, Bank of America, beautiful green to black. So what I'm utilizing, guys, is I have these stickers. These stickers are just time savers. You can do everything, manually, but we utilize stickers like stack moving averages. Okay. What's the permission? Because that's very important, right? You gotta know which direction the big money is going. This is the squeeze column. You guys know I give away this for free. Anybody who gets the squeeze indicator through my link. Okay. Utilize them to your strengths. I can flip through here really quick. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bearish permission. This is a green to black. It's one of my favorite setups in the world. NCLH. Red. Now, this is 3 dots. So I still consider this a green to black. Unless it's 5 dots, but it's a mid compression squeeze, but I still consider it a green to black because it's basically 3 dots, right? 3 dots. So I'm writing these down because I'm going to post these in the group. There's a lot of these today. Look at this. AA, green to black setup. So if you've got permission to trade green to black setups, there you go. Now remember, this is permission to the downside. So what can you do today? For those of you in the school, you already know what you can do today. Okay, you already know. And I'm going to post all the setups, okay, today in our group. I'm going to go through this watch list. There's another one, Starbucks, green to black, bearish permission, bias down, okay? But again, this is a setup. Green to black is a setup. What strategy do you trade? What strategy do you trade? Okay, and I mean, in the course, I tell you exactly what strategy you trade with a green to black. And you got to match it up exactly right, okay? So really quickly, guys, I'm going to go through these for those of you in the group, and I'm going to send all this stuff in our alerts group. I'm going to post all this stuff. But guys, just I want you to imagine for a minute. Imagine how your life is going to be like when you get this, okay? Imagine. Okay, and always remember, information alone is not enough. You need coaching. You need accountability. Are you a doer or are you a dabbler? Okay, would this and could this work for you? Do you see what I'm talking about? Okay, this can be easy, but you got to believe it. You got to believe it. All right, everybody. Hey, I hope you enjoyed today's video on what you need to avoid to profitably swing trade options. Hey, guys, if you are interested in my Options 101 class right now, it's completely free. It's down below in the description, okay, and the pinned comment. This month, I'm giving away that course for free. And if you are interested in taking your option trading to the next level, check out my Options Elite Masterclass, okay? Right now, I'm giving away a lot of bonuses, including my Forecast Pro indicator, and I'm giving away my TTM Squeeze bonus masterclass, plus a lot more this month. So make sure you check it out. And as always, guys, if you end up getting the Squeeze Pro through my affiliate link, I'm going to hook you up with all sorts of bonuses, okay? You help me, I help you. Check down below in the description for that. All right, everybody, do me a favor on the way out. Hit that thumbs up button if you found value in today's video. It does really help support the channel. Okay, it helps YouTube see that this was helpful to you, and so it pushes it out to other people just like you. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And don't forget to join us every Tuesday and Thursday right here at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for our live option show. So make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell so you can get notified when the show starts. Have a great day, everybody. See you in the next video.